Everyone, this is the Villains Man, bringing you session 19 of our Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition game, the Ancient War Reborn. I'm your DM, JVD.
Hey guys, I'm Evan the Great, and in this game I'm playing Luda the Silver String. We're on a flying ship and we worship a evil-ass dragon.
Fuck you. Whoa. So you worship the dragon
No,
now?
not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
I just want to make sure, not yet. Okay.
Hey, I'm the Bearded Wonder with the Villains Command, and I'm playing Vesperr Nordic, the Moon Elf Rogue, and we might worship an evil dragon.
More you than anybody.
I'm Smiley, I'm playing Lord of Whitehammer, and I have so much room today.
And Wesley playing Roland Ivor is not here, but I would say that he would agree with him and be like, fuck you. Easily.
So much fuck yous.
Roller probably does want to fuck Luda and Vesperr.
He probably does.
He's kind of game.
He tried with the elf, and I think word got closer to it.
Okay, Evan the Great, give me the recap.
Alright, so guys, I don't know if you can see this map in front of you. This is a flying ship ran by a crew that worships, I guess, or
Yeah, they worship.
whatever.
They're cultists of cloth.
They're cultists of cloth. The cloth is this
Dragon cultist.
apparently an evil dragon deity, or whatever you want to call him. These guys think he's evil. We think he's cool. Not really. In game, my character knows that not to get on this ship. We get in a big commotion because they tell us that they're here to help us. That this ship is our gift from cloth, and they want to reward us for whatever reasons. And we get in this huge argument. First off, me and Vesperr were on the ship. We wanted to go on the ship. And Roland did not want to go on the ship. And then it turns into where I come back down, they had me send a message to Leosin. Leosin tells me,
No, that was all Roland.
well, Roland tells me to contact Leosin. He tells me not to get on the damn ship. So I had to come back and tell him not to get on the ship. And we're all on the fucking ship.
I can tell you, Vesperr doesn't trust your boyfriend.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. And that was a really long recap, and they always do really long recaps.
That's actually probably the shortest one you've ever given. And you didn't even finish it all. Anybody care? Smiley, you're bleeding. You ragging?
Oh,
Oh,
no,
man.
scratch my arm.
Okay.
Anyway, we're supposed to...
That's one damage right there.
This ship is supposed to bring us to look for the giant that we're hunting down. I can't remember his name. Fuck. Anybody remember his name, both points?
Who?
The giant that we're supposed to be going hunting down?
Yes.
No.
But anyway, that's the last thing I remember doing.
You don't remember fighting the Black Raven tribe?
Yeah, we fought. Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir. It's
Well, my bad. We
Spaghettis.
fought some flying
Legoff.
birds. And threw some-
Spaghettis, I'm sorry.
I had 3 hours sleep, but I'm still on like halfway there. We did fight some birds, and they was throwing us off, trying to throw us off into the air, which was not cool. And that combat took place in a flying boat ship.
And I dropped a bear on a boat.
That you're currently on. Yeah. All right. So it's still the 23rd of Uktar. It's cold. There's snow on the ground. You're still the first day on your ship. You didn't make it that far. Some enemies of cloth come after you. The Black Raven tribe. This is within a little over 10 days. The second barbarian tribe you guys have ran into in the north.
Which is why we're leaving the north.
Well, yeah, because maybe you don't like the
Right.
barbarians.
Fuck these barbarians.
No, do we need to resupply or anything? Because we've been out here fighting.
You've got supplies on the ship.
Okay.
When you were in the hold, but she told you, was there
I do know
supplies?
we do have some art pieces that
Oh,
we should
yeah.
take today.
Well, you can hang them up here.
I forgot the coolest thing.
I know.
I forgot
There's a fire elemental that runs this thing and an air elemental on this.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Sorry.
No, you know what I haven't forgotten though?
What's that?
The con checks that we all had to make.
Oh.
Bring that up. Bring it up.
You know who didn't forget?
The DM.
The DM.
That's why I took a note about it.
So it's still, like I said, the 23rd of Uktar.
I was thinking just that.
I would assume that,
I do that all the time.
along with Roland, Vesperr, Luda, or Vusier, this is the most snow you have ever seen in these last couple days since you've been in the north. I mean, because it gets cold where you're at, you might get some snow, but you've never experienced any weather like this. You, or being from the north, are very used to stuff like this.
Yeah.
I mean, this is nothing to you. But like I said, it's not bad. I can't remember how many days it's supposed to take you to get to where you're going to, which is Oral Bar. But you still got a long trip. It's the longest trip you've ever made, but you're on this airship. Won't take as long. Like I said, feel free. Like I said, if there's any more questions you guys need to ask, get them out of the way. Otherwise, we can speed this up. I mean, it's all of you guys.
Well, I want to pull Luda aside.
Okay.
And Vesperr wants to ask if you think we can trust Leosin.
Oh my God, that's the way to open the game up.
Because Vesper's been thinking a while, because I'll explain that back when I was met by this shadowy figure that knew about my mother,
Someone's been rewatching the episodes.
they had said something about hope. But then Leosin said like the exact same thing in just slightly different wording the next day. And then when we were on the Cloud Giant's cloud, we were up really fucking high. So it would have looked like a cloud from the bottom, right? And Leosin was the only person that we told that we were coming. And then this Gold Dragon and Clan Battlehammer just show up out of nowhere. Silver Dragon and Clan Battlehammer show up out of nowhere. Be like, do you think we can really trust Leosin?
It's a good point. Very good point. Been waiting for somebody to bring that up for a while.
Because Vesperr got to the point where she does not trust. I mean, I've been thinking about it for a while, but everything just keeps adding up, and I did go back and watch a few videos.
You went back and watched some far videos. That's like session 3, if that.
Yeah, but it's always been bugging me since the whole Cloud Giant thing happened. I was like, man, we didn't tell anybody but fucking Leosin. So I just went back and I was like, and he said something about like hope back in the day when I was like, yeah, okay, and I went back and watched it. I was like, yeah. So Vesperr gets this feeling that she just really.
I mean, Lily's gonna tell you like, she trusts him, but what you're saying is true, and now it's really making her mind play tricks
The thing
on
you
her.
gotta ask, why would he help us escape from?
Well, there's a couple
Well, I'm not
things.
in this conversation.
There's a couple things I want to bring up that kind of match what he's saying. That's weird. Somebody has some visibility in here. Leosin is.
No, he's been Sindord.
Huh?
He's been Sindord.
Yeah, yeah. No. Every time we get close to something, he sends us away.
He sends us away.
And then he tells us that we're going to be doing this. What? Oh. He sends us away, and then we're doing all this, and I'm sending him messages letting him know what's going on.
He always says everything's not a good idea, but when we go to these things, we always find out something.
Yeah, and then every time he's like, don't do that, we do it anyway. And we find some more information out. So, what if he's either trying to protect us, or he's trying to keep us from something? That's the line that I'm on.
And I feel like it's more like he's trying to keep us away.
And he's the only one that acting like normal in that meeting with all the head people.
And I'm not part of this at all, am I?
No.
I'm glad you brought that up because I knew you weren't. But is our Vustia here? Or is it just you two?
Or Vuste is here, yeah.
Okay, now.
Well, now I'm
okay.
really upset.
Wait, now here's the question. Where do you have this conversation at on this very small ship?
I'm just going to pull her somewhere where there's nobody else, like in the hold or somewhere.
Okay, well, there's always someone in the hole and there's always someone up top. Now, if you went to like a little room,
Well,
kept-
You can knock the doors back of voting.
Do we have like cabins and stuff or whatever?
yeah. There's a set of cabins below.
Well, I would go there. I guess there's nobody there.
Yeah, like she told you, like at any time there's like an empty cabin because everybody sleeps
Okay,
in
yeah.
shifts.
Well, then that's where we
So-
go. Just somewhere private. So.
Okay, like I'm trying not to interrupt this, but here's the thing: like if you were up top and you got her, you know Roland's paranoid. He's watching everything.
But he's staying on top.
That's true, but eventually he's got to sleep. And this is the same day, correct? This is the same
Oh.
day.
Never mind.
Well, maybe like a day after.
Okay, I'm just asking because I mean you
Got
got
on this trip.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna pull
But I
it
mean,
aside.
like the thing is, it's going to be hard to disappear for a long time without Roland or not noticing. You know what I mean?
Right, well-
because I'm assuming you guys are staying up at the same time. You know, Roland's not going to stay up by himself.
Well, I don't really care when I sleep. I mean, I'm not really worried about this shit because Vesperr just assumes that if Cloth One is dead, he just come kill us.
Yeah. I've got. That's what I'm saying, though. I mean, or if you've seen them go down below deck and you were on top, would that and say they had this conversation? How long do you plan on having this conversation?
I mean, I just want
It's
to.
your conversation, but I think I would go for as long as you ask questions.
I mean, just to go down there and.
Just in general, yeah. How long would you think this
Maybe
discussion would
15,
last?
20 minutes.
Would you not find it odd that maybe they were on their own?
But you know what? That we did have an orgy though one time.
That's very, very true.
One, he has the worst opinion of all elves at this point in time. That's, really
That's
sad
true.
to it. But he would trust Vesperr to keep Loda safe.
Okay.
And like that's honestly what they were.
Okay, see, that's all I need to know because I don't know if you would like, man, they've been gone for a while, and you already know Roland's paranoid about being backstabbed here.
Yeah.
Like Ord has a lot of faith in Vesperr. They're very close friends, and granted, he doesn't want to see any harm come to Luda. He knows that Vesperr will protect her.
Okay, we'll just say this is the next day. Everybody roll me a Constitution save.
I'm eating on my bag rolling now. We're on one.
Ooh, Evan got a 5.
Wow, that's the third one in a row.
Yeah, right. You better not stop using that die. Oh, that's
It
a
was
different die. Yeah, that's a different die.
What'd you get?
No, everybody's not looking good. What do you got there?
A 7.
What about Orbustier?
That's better than me.
I'm hoping this is just the DM fucking with us, everybody at home. I doubt it.
You see this notebook I'm about to start writing in?
15.
Alright, continue on with your conversation.
So yeah, I just don't think it's been eating at me for a while. I don't think we can trust this. I think maybe we should stop sending messages so often.
But maybe something's happened between the time that I reunited with him and now. Because if you
Yeah,
can't
but if he
remember,
was- if
in
he
the
was a
beginning of
shadowy
all
figure,
this,
though,
before we found out there's
just
something
you
bigger
like
going
white
on,
rash and
he didn't ever tell me that
now,
there was something bigger
that's
going
it.
on. But he did save us from the camp when we was about to get executed and we was all prisoners.
Bone spurs. Bone spurs.
Yeah, but then again though, if he is a shadowy figure, that means he
But then
wanted
again,
to
there
work
could
as
be,
Xantarum.
oh my God,
Maybe the Xantarum has
if
a
he
stake.
is working for Zentarum,
I
I'll
don't
kill
want the
myself.
see the. I would see where the Xantarum wouldn't want this whole cult to get power over them
Yeah.
and their network. And if the cult gets too powerful by bringing a god in,
There's a lot I don't know about him. He's a lot older than me.
and I just think he was. I think he was the one that told me about my mother, so I don't trust him.
Who, Leosin? He said he would help you find your mother.
Yeah, but I mean, I think he was a shadowy figure.
Oh, so you're saying he's the guy that you
Oh,
sold
yes,
everybody out to
also,
in
yeah.
the beginning?
Leosin was at the bar with us when that happened.
As far as you know, it was Leosin.
No, I mean he was like we were with him when that happened.
Yeah, as far as you know, it was Leosin with you at the bar.
Let me. I think he's implying that maybe that was like a disguise, magic or something
Yeah.
to make him look like he was there. Like, hey, I'm gonna cast a spell on you. You look like me.
Yeah, because
No.
we have run into a lot of magic, over our thing. And I'm just
Yeah.
thinking that.
I
I just feel like Leosin.
I've had my own suspicion this whole time that Leosin was working with him, and that was one of his 2 students he had with him. Because since we got back to the town the first time, we haven't heard anything else from the students.
That's true.
But I'm
you're
not
not
part. I'm not part of this conversation. I'm just nosy as shit.
No, but it is good to throw your own 2 cents in about
You
what's
start
going
talking about the
on.
Zentarian, I'm kind of getting
But
nervous.
this is
Like,
good.
am I a Harper or am I a Zentarian agent?
Well, I think you're a Harper, obviously, but what if a Harper agent is working for the Xantarum?
It could happen. They're spies and they know how to spy.
And to throw something in, I mean, you were told during your private meeting with members of the Lord Alliance that someone had an agent that was inside of the Zentarium, so it is
Yeah.
possible that if a
Vice
Harper is
versa.
there, it works vice versa too.
Boy.
This is good. Keep going. This is nice. I like this. Not how I expected to start the game.
Cigarettes after this.
I'm telling you, man, you might need 3 or 4 cigarettes after this. You might need a blunt.
Tell Vesperr, so maybe I shouldn't send him everything we're doing.
Don't send him everything we're doing. I mean, still keep in contact. I mean, because I don't know for sure if he is working against us, but if there's even a chance, maybe we should keep something in our back pocket for later.
See about this down there. I can make a few suggestions on that behalf
I-
without going one way or the other.
Agree.
Do you think we should say anything to the rest of the group?
We are the Greenfields Company, and I think our guys should know that you suspect something. The last time Seekers got held, it didn't end well.
All right, so maybe we'll discuss it at supper or something.
Yep.
All right, so eventually you're gonna bring in Roland and Ward on this.
Yeah.
All right, so it's the next day. They begin to pass out rations again. Obviously, Roland's like, no, I don't want any.
It doesn't
we
want to
feel?
sit with
How
me.
we
They-
feel?
You feel fine.
We feel fine.
You feel fine right
Well, then
now.
I'll eat this ration. I'm not gonna metagame this.
No, I mean, remember the whole thing when you met Gymnast Silver Gleam and
Yeah.
showed the bones first and you felt fine then? So, I mean, maybe you're making your saves, you just don't realize it. Maybe they're just low saves. You gotta think, this is at 3.5.
Right.
Or, you know,
I'm just saying
a point
I
and save would be like
rolled a
30 or
one.
something. But, well, you're a dwarf. Are you not rolling advantage or anything?
No.
Don't you get advantage with that?
If it's poison, yeah.
Roll some advantage then.
Oh, then I got like 2 more. That's a 16 plus 6 and
No, that's just for today. It's not for
oh,
last
all
time.
right, I'll go with that. Cause
What do you got?
16 plus 6.
So you got 22.
Yeah.
All right.
The second one was a
A little
10.
bit different. All right. So the rations are passed around.
Yeah.
You guys are feeling fine. Roland sit there with his arms crossed, shakes his head no. He's being paranoid as usual. I imagine you two have come up in Verbusia have by now.
There is credence in caution.
Okay, so rations, Vesperr,
Yeah.
It looks like dragon's blood.
Verbusia,
Yeah.
rations Deluda,
Yeah.
rations Ord.
I just made my con save.
So you gonna eat them?
Yeah, you know.
Okay.
Cause like I don't know what's going on.
No, I mean it's not like you have any clue right
And
now.
I really want to, like as a player, I really want to stop, but my character doesn't know what the fuck's going on.
Okay, I would just like to throw this out. Like I just recently had a conversation about lycanthropy. You know, sometimes that has an
Yeah.
offset and an onset. It
Yeah.
takes a while for stuff to. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
I know that
Yeah.
conversation.
And do you know that conversation?
It
How
is
well do you know this conversation?
Pretty damn well.
Well, it's always best not to let the players know why they're making saves.
And that's right.
And that I believe that was like my part of the conversation as well.
So, and I never do this.
Maybe it's
I
just
mean,
constipation.
this is something that's immediate. You'll never know.
Maybe it's just a con check to not get constipated.
Or maybe it's just for air sickness.
Or maybe it's just that, you know, it's jerky, dried meat. Maybe it's too salty for you.
Or
Which I'm sure you're used to a lot of
That's
salty
all,
things
yeah.
in your mouth. So,
Or maybe the DM just wants to make us make checks to get nervous.
That's true. And also, we're not doubting, considering.
Okay, so this is evening starting to set in. Crews start swapping out. Destiny, you notice she swaps out too. Someone else takes control of the ship, so it's a different crew come evening. So it's basically sun up to sundown. There's a different crew that flies the ship. So are you going to pull in Ord and Roland?
Yeah, pull them
Okay, you want to go below the hold again to have this conversation?
in. There's not a lot of activity on deck, is there? Like
No. There's only 4 of them at each time. So literally, you've got someone driving, someone running the rigging, someone attending to this fire elemental. You know, basically someone that's keeping watch.
Yeah.
You know, that he's also navigating. So I mean, them guys are pretty good. Like you could literally, well, I mean, even though it's a small, you could keep your conversation to the front of the ship.
Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll just.
I mean, you know, like act like you're like guiding the ballista around, watching out, and I mean, but you pretty much, besides Delsony, these guys keep to themselves.
Right.
I mean, and she's the only one that you've really had any conversation with. What? No Snert, no Rebustier.
Well, then it would only be on the front of the ship.
Maybe Snert's like sitting up on your shoulders or something. I mean,
Because we got to put Rupert in here too.
man, no birds in your bag. Okay, so you guys are gonna have this conversation with them now?
Yeah. Alright, so me and Luda have discussed this, but we feel like Leosin may not be on the up and up.
What do you think of this?
Well, I mean, back when we were in Green Nest and stuff, you know, I had the meeting with the shadowy figure about my mother, and they said something about hope. And then Leosin said the exact same thing to me the next day.
He also said it before, in front of the cave.
Yeah, but just the way he said it the time after just didn't sit right with me.
Hope. Well, sometimes, Vesperr, you have to have hope.
Yeah, but also, what about him on the Cloud Giant Tower? We told Leosin he was the only one that knew we were coming, and from the ground, when it looked like a cloud, just a cloud, it wouldn't look like anything.
And that's what it did look at like to you at Nightstone.
And we never,
Well,
the
giant
castle
cloud.
never came down.
Here's what we can do. Until we confirm or deny our suspicions. We keep giving regular updates, but stay vague. Just, we ran into a cloud giant here, or we had a fight with hill giants there. Just keep things vague and okay for now. But don't break the string that we've been doing, regular updates with Leosin. But if he is behind the attack in Greenest, I will
Well, I don't
personally
know.
mount his head on Rupert.
I don't know.
Let me interject here. Okay, I can't speak for Wes, but that I know where Wes was when the game started and whatnot. The War of the Gauntlet has worked a lot with Leosin. So I can't speak for him, but I would imagine he would probably take offense to this. But I can't speak for him, so. But I'm imagining he would take offense to this because his mother and his father have worked with Leosin for a while.
But would he know that?
Yeah, I would think he would. Because, see, if you recall in the beginning of the game,
Leosin knew
when they met,
Yeah.
Wes was there when Evan had showed up to talk with the Order of the Gauntlet.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's aware of it. I would assume that he is. So I think he might take offense to this
Well,
because,
it's another thing, though, if you
or it's going to make him angry if he believes you, because then he's going to realize, well, now my whole family and the Order of the Gauntlet have been betrayed. So I mean, I can't answer it. So
Well, that's what I'm saying, like in a neutral path, like, we don't know.
yeah, you
Until we
really don't
find
know.
out for sure, one way or the other.
It's big paranoia right
It's,
now.
it's best to play it cautious. Take
But he has
take
been planning our move. You know, move by move until we got to the giant.
It's
And then he
also
sends
helped
us-
us escape as
Yeah,
well.
but then he sends us away from Waterdeep. I'm not saying that he wants us dead necessarily. I'm not even saying
I
looking
know.
for the cult. I'm saying, what if he's working for the Centaur because he knows a lot about.
That's what. Edward voice.
Huh?
So does Dean. I sent him messages telling him we was about to get on that ship, and he told me not to. Get on the ship, it gets attacked.
This is completely unrelated, though.
Yeah, but I
Bird
mean,
riding barbarians.
they're
out in
barbarians.
false
They're just
streams.
attacking. So
Yeah, how do you know he ain't illegal
But
information? somehow?
furthermore, you would think the Harpers has access to
That's
magic
what I'm
that can
saying.
get a hold of us.
If I can message him, anybody can message him. He's old.
Right.
He's got a lot of years of training.
Right, but see, but my thing is that if he is working for the Centaur,
But he hasn't been messaging us.
No, but I messaged him before I got on the ship. Literally, right before we got
No,
on there.
no, no,
and then we
no,
got
no, no.
attacked.
This whole months that we've been going,
Yeah.
we also didn't know where we were at because we didn't message him.
and nothing bad really.
He has access to wizards that could message us.
Yeah, I guess you're right. It's still weird.
But I just feel like maybe he's not on the other
Luda,
What's
to
the
throw this
secret?
in, Luda as a Harper, you would know sometimes not all Harpers work with magic either. They
No,
like to
no.
keep everything, mouth to mouth because you can scry.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and is he a wizard? No, he's a monk.
He's very
Well,
quiet.
I was just saying he would have access if he needed to.
Yeah, it's true. But then again, I mean, you also have to take it where, what was the conversation you just brought a while ago? Maybe he's a Zent posing as a Harper, and that can work vice versa.
Yeah.
I mean, you also have to take the fact that maybe he thinks someone around that's involved in this could be a Zen.
Or maybe he was a Harper.
Again, like I'm not like
That got bought out.
saying he
I mean,
is or
see?
isn't either one. I'm just
Because I mean, how did they? I mean, there's so much stuff that went on in Green Nest that
okay.
it's like, what if he was the one feeding the Zens information about what I was doing, or his?
Well, how about we stop by Waterdeep and ask him?
Are you gonna talk about the students? You gonna bring that up?
Oh yes. Yeah, I do think it's odd that since he was very adamant about collecting students when he was in Greenest, but the second we got back, they just kind of. Poof. I
And
never heard anything else from them. Then one of them was from there at least.
so a lot of things. I don't know. I just feel like maybe we should be cautious right now. I mean, I'm not saying we can't trust him, but I'm not saying we can.
Is it just weird as anyone else think we're on a caravan ride again?
Yeah, we're,
But you're only
Everyone-
like thousands of feet in the air.
And if we fall off
Don't
the
that
map,
remind me. Can
but
we
overall, this is
please
something to
play
really take a look at because even though he might not be a Harper agent, he still does Harper agent. He still knows the trades.
yeah.
And one of the trades is to get people to do your bidding.
Okay,
Even though it could be good or bad, he could be using us for bad, not even knowing it, making it look
No,
good.
we know Clough is an evil dragon as well. But we
okay,
still take
let me
it.
back up here for a second. So I'm just looking through my notes when you're bringing up stuff, just reminding you things. Actually, 2 of Leosin's disciples were captured by the cult during the raid.
Yes, but they escaped.
No, I don't think, no. None of them did, I don't think. Yeah, some of them did. But he had one of them that was actually from Greenis that he started training. So in that,
Talk about that, right?
yeah, you would, and that's Jander Ternina.
That's inspiration.
That's a D inspiration. And right now you are in the state of perspiration because you're all sweating
Yeah.
over here. But continue on.
So I do remember that like 1 or 2 of his people were leaving with us because they didn't need weapons and stuff like this when they were exchanged.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that we don't know if he is or is not with or against us. So play it safe. Don't tread on toes. And
I'm not saying we attack him or anything, of course not, but I'm just saying,
okay, sorry, you usually just say that.
what we don't know yet. We don't have proof.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
I don't think you should say him right now.
I'm not gonna
report
try to kill the guy
him
on the
as we
line.
normally would, but just say a bit more vague about what we're doing, where we're going. We'll check in to see if he has any leads. Tell him if we find anything of significance.
I
And
wonder, what if when we get back to Waterdeep eventually, what if we were to tell Leosin that we think there might be a leak in the harbors?
we could do that right now and have all kinds of fun with it.
We could. And if it's him, do you think he'd get a little paranoid that we might have found out there was a leak in the harbor agency?
Well, if we start seeing this, we know why.
I believe that he would not.
You think he'd keep calm?
His training and
No,
his thought process,
Leosin is a very level-headed fellow.
I feel like
But it does
he's-
pain me to even talk about this to
it, it might
as a friend. that
secretly do
can-
that, but it won't show because he's trained to not show them emotions.
Hold up. What did you say?
It pains me to talk about this. We were friends back in Greenest.
And he'd been in Greenwich for months
Yeah,
and actually been very helpful to the town.
yeah. That's why I was just commenting on. I'm trying to stay rational.
But don't the Zent sometimes come off as helpful too to him?
I never met a Zent.
Well, trust me, they do.
Well, I met the brothel once, but
They're evil.
still never decided to put him down.
But I mean, he's helped Greenis, he saved us. You gotta
That's
know
what I'm
that.
saying. We shouldn't.
But then
Well,
again,
maybe
there's
he-
information that only he knew.
But then what, that's just part of his cover.
Yeah, and then there's information that he only knew, and somehow we got put up with it.
I mean, you can't infiltrate a group by being fucking evil if it's a good agency.
Yeah.
I mean,
Again, we cannot convince each other to find out one way or the other. We can only play it safe.
I'm not saying it's true, but I'm saying it's just a hunch that I have.
It's definitely worth considering.
Now,
Let's just start.
say you just. What if you guys call him out on this and you find out you're wrong?
Well, that's why I don't want to just like accuse him without harder evidence.
Okay, so Luda, who's in love with this guy, how do
Seems to
you-
be all for this, by the way.
Yeah,
That's what's throwing
No,
me the
she's
fuck
just
off.
agreeing with, she's learned to agree with Vesperr on things like, I'm not saying Vesper's right,
She
but I'm
learned to
also,
agree with Vesperr on how
Yeah.
shitty people can be.
okay, so I want to agree with Vesper, who ran off in treasure, left Orc to die. Who was like, dude, this giant red dragon brought us this airship. Hell yeah, let's get on it.
Yeah, but I have protected the party ally.
And who you also known was tied to the Zen at one time.
she was.
That's a
But she stayed with us.
So who's to say that they didn't let her go to infiltrate you and Leosin?
Could have.
that's true.
That's the true secret, like the true secret to
I just,
James's character. During the last session, he's going to take his character sheet, rip it in half, pull out another one. That's like all like blackguard shit from Zentaro.
Santar level 30 Blackguard.
But I mean, that's
I just like-
that's my question to you.
I've
Luda,
learned
is-
not to let, I've learned
The
through all
face
this.
of Rasmir.
No, I've learned through all this not to just fully just disbelieve stuff when people bring stuff up, to actually see it out, see it through, to see.
So what you're saying is, in this time that you've been dealing with this, are you saying that you've learned to be more rational and push your emotions aside, considering what you've been through, that maybe you've become more experienced with things?
Yeah. It has to be that.
And I'm not even.
There's times where when I thought he died, and I went to just avenge his death. There's times where we was dead and he saved us. But there's also a lot more times here recently where I've been with her and we've been saving lives.
And Vesper's not even accusing him right now. She's just saying that she just has a hunch.
But the
that
biggest
she can't-
thing, the biggest hunch that
Well, she's expressing that fear, not an
and
accusation.
yeah, the biggest thing is why every time we get close to something, he pushes us so far away.
Yeah, like he sent us to,
Because he's afraid he'll get hurt.
I know. Or,
That's what it is. He's afraid that Luda will get hurt.
and what she's saying, he don't want me acting all
I mean, does he not tell you that a lot? Please be
Yeah.
careful.
He tells me that every time I do something stupid.
Because, as a hopper, he could be trying to hide his emotion, but doesn't want you to get hurt, so he's fighting with that inside of him. Or maybe he made a deal for your protection.
And and I mean, you're a Harper that has feelings for him that hasn't even expressed them.
Yeah.
I mean, I expected you when you got off that cloud castle, you just been like hunching his leg like a little chihuahua,
And then when we find Harsnag, we don't need Leosin.
Yeah, right, yeah. So, I mean.
So, see you or the betrayer.
Then again, she has been trapped in this city where she's trained in different
Did you
things.
say she's trapped?
No, she's an adventurer now. Ever since day one, she's been out in the world doing all kinds of crazy stuff. So her emotions and or what she believes in and not believes in is all fluctuating.
She
right
did have
now.
a four-way with Grizzly,
Yeah.
Vesperr, and Leosin.
That's true.
That's what I'm saying. She's learned to be more rational
She's
and
been all over the
emotional.
place. I'm seeing all the world.
Except for when someone falls. Then she gets pretty emotional and
Yeah.
she's like, pull out that sword and go fight him.
With her 49 hit points.
Yeah, with her 49 hit points.
But
Just so you all know, I have wizard levels and have more health than her.
have 10 constitution. But
15, motherfucker.
But she's seen the world. She's seen things. She's allied with different people. She's fought different people. Nothing's out of the ordinary. Like he could actually turn on me, and that's why she's like, I'm not going to say yes or no. Let's just go. The ones I can trust are the ones that's with me right now. Or if not, you can murder me in my sleep. So I'm going to trust you guys.
Oh, really?
beforehand.
I mean, what?
I said you can always just murder me in my sleep. So I'm going to trust you guys no matter what.
Now, as a DM, you know what I find funny about this whole thing? Which I'm great. Like I said,
You know
I did
the
not,
truth.
no. It's not that I know the truth. It's like, for one, I did not expect, Cornrick to bring this up at all, which is good.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. You bring up all this paranoia about this, but yet when a fucking frost giant shows up, and you just found out there's all these frost giants on shit coming down from the north, you trust a frost giant.
Well, that's because we knew he was a good frost giant.
Yeah,
Yeah, honestly, he was more.
How did you really know it, though?
Well,
Because
all
people were like,
legends.
People said that. all the time.
Because
You know what?
It's
It,
legend.
Yeah, but
honestly,
he
for
has
me,
rolling intelligence, so he...
who says I wasn't playing with you?
But honestly, the way you played out the
trust
Frost
you.
Giant,
Mm-hmm.
he was more emotional, more say he was more telling just by the way he acted and his mannerisms.
Okay, then why
Leosin.
why didn't you have that effect with some of the hill giants? I mean, maybe they were just hungry,
I tried. Honestly, I was going to, but I didn't get the chance before you threw her in the hole.
So, I mean,
And that was like, fuck it.
That was going to be an origin.
Because I was during that whole exchange, I was thinking, maybe we could use these hill giants.
no, it's true.
But I didn't get the chance for Hassel Harsnag goes, throw it in the pit!
Yeah,
He didn't
you
like
had
that.
cover his escape. But continue on. I just wanted to throw that in
No,
there.
I understand,
I just
but
find that whole thing funny.
For me, a lot of it was like how you express the characters.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Harsnag felt a lot more sincere.
Okay, you say that, but yet here you are confused about Leosin and how I expressed him. And he come and saved you guys.
Yeah, I'm just saying,
But he never
everybody,
felt sincere.
everybody,
That's the thing.
everybody
And
knows
this
that
again, it's
video.
my
though.
personal
That's all I'm
feeling and how I felt to the reactions. Like, Leosin was always like, well, I'm here because this is my job to do it. It's the right thing, but that's what I'm supposed to be doing.
I'm just saying, watch that video again.
Which one?
I think it's like session 3.
Yeah, I think it's session 3.
Because I have rewatched several of them.
I can look at the title and tell you which one it is just by looking at the title.
Yeah,
It's, I think it's like session 3.
And ever since Justin was like, oh, there's that word again.
Hope, yeah, I did
Like,
say
ever
that
since
a
that
lot.
moment, I'm
Did
just
I
like,
not?
God damn,
There's
I
that,
know
it's
something
like you
going
hear
on.
that word again. Hope. And then you were just like, fuck it. And then I'm like, man, he just completely forgot all about that. There's that word again. But
No,
anyways.
it's always been in the back of my head. I was just like,
now.
I don't think Leosin's a bad guy. I'm like, well, maybe this motherfucker is. Like, everything just kept going. I'm like,
Oh, yeah, continue on though, continue on.
It counts, yes, this we got an entire session with us debating about Leosin, like months after we last spoke to him.
so he didn't have to do any work this week. He just
We made a
like,
lot of
Actually, you just spoke to him yesterday, didn't
I
you?
haven't.
Game turn.
yeah.
Well, you were there when she messaged him. Cause
But
you
I didn't speak to him.
Yeah, but you were there when she did. Because that just happened yesterday, game-wise.
Yes.
So,
The only two that was there when she messaged him was her and Rowan. Because I was getting up on the ship at the time.
whichever, but still.
But that's all I wanted to talk about.
So, okay, so your final decision on this is
Play it safe, don't.
Be-
yeah.
just
act like nothing, like you know nothing.
We're just gonna
Yeah.
keep it vague.
Keep it more vague from now on.
We killed this monster and he had all these notes. He didn't have those notes when we were telling him when he said we killed a monster.
All
And
right.
that's extremely off, but yeah.
Okay,
Well, you know what I
so-
mean? Like, we're just letting him know what's happening without all the details.
Yeah, and plus that'll also be good force in him because you only have 25 words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to keep him in the loop, just not as detailed.
Yeah.